I am testing my shop stream. Michael B. Can you see me? And if you can see me, what are you seeing me on? My GIJoel page? Or are you seeing me on Arcades Anonymous page? Cool. Fret Burner and Israel are on my page. Trying to figure out, okay, the Arcades Anonymous, so it's like dual streaming. Just trying to figure out how to cut it off of Arcades Anonymous and stream right to my page, but it wasn't letting me do that. I saw you tried to call me. Is it important? There's the multi-stream. No, I don't. But thanks. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to, so I'm using Streamlabs, and I had it connected to the Arcades Anonymous page for when we were streaming in Chicago. And I was trying to figure out how to test out and get set up so that I can do some streaming from the shop, but I didn't want to bother everybody that's subscribed to the Arcades Anonymous channel with a pointless test stream that is just going to be a huge mess and cluster. So, but I couldn't figure out how to get it to detach from Arcades Anonymous and just stream to my page. But so it looks like it's streaming to both right now. But I got some cool cameras set up. See me? Follow me around. You should have like a dual view and seeing me from up in the top of the shop. But then I should be able to jump us over here, which is my a little bit of my mobile cam, which I have just sitting pointing at the CNC right now. And I also have table view. Mic gain, let me see. maybe. Editor layout, mixers, audio. There's some. Trying all kinds of things. I was trying to figure out. So the other thing I want to do is figure out how to have the chat talk to me, get some sort of text to speech so that I can hear you rather than having to sit here and read the chat. And then I can move around and work on stuff in here. Let's see. Here is mic audio. Is this the gain button? Any better? Settings. Projector, performance mode. Is it better? Not better? A little bit closer to my face. I got a wireless mic. How about that? Any better now? Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. Hello world. So I should be able to kind of walk around the shop and it follows me around and then where did we leave? Left you guys looking at the table. Switch over to this camera. I don't know what the chime is. I'm hearing it too. Could you hear my desktop music when I had it going? Do you hear that through the mixer stuff, or are you hearing it through my... I don't know. Got some tunes bumping. Now I should be able to technically grab my mobile cam here, and you guys follow me there, and then I can move around and show you stuff here. Oop, wrong way. Stuff here. Here's the CNC. One of the things I got to do before I can get it going is change out a belt again. As you can see here, my belt broke. It's supposed to be Kevlar strings inside there, but they snap, and then you get all this distortion in the belt track. And yeah, belt drive is not the way to go. But this is an old machine that has grown with me. It's just a little baby guy when I first picked it up. So that's what we got going on here. Thanks for tuning in, and sorry I probably got a bunch of people excited that there was probably something more interesting about to happen. But I don't know, maybe if you guys want to see some shop building and work, let me know. But that was what I'm trying to get set up, is to maybe do some sort of streaming of building and making stuff in the shop. I also have like an overhead camera that's pointing down at my edge bander to show you guys some of that and how that works. I have some multiple cameras set up out in the big garage too, in the paint booth and at a couple of the saws. So I might be able to switch out over there and show you things that are going on out there too. But this stream had absolutely no point other than pressing go to see if where it was going to stream to, and then also start to figure out what other problems I have, like mic problems. So this is, I think, probably the live chat stream from AA. Over here on this page is probably the live strat error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Let's see. Countercade extend. Oh, nice. Yeah, you're welcome. Oh snap, y'all. So you need one of those moving. I don't need, I got. Hopefully you're seeing some moving stuff around, so I'm sure probably dual streaming is probably not helping the bandwidth then. I don't know. I don't know anything about this stuff. What is this one? Why is it not working? So this is my chat text-to-speech app that somebody, Gamer Fridge, Chaotic, found. Let's see. Wait. What if I go over to the AA? Tell it to do the AA. Agree. Here. AA, select all, continue. All right, somebody say something. There's 4 of you watching, so see if it talks to me. Am I talking to myself? Tells me I'm still live and that we have 4 viewers. Last thing I saw though was looking good from Jason Little Alien. Sign into chat. Why would I need to sign into chat on my own stream? Anybody out there? Losing people. Down to 3.
Jason, Lila Lee. Said. Alive. Jason, Lila Lee. Said. LOL.
All right, Jason Lila Lean. Text-to-speech is working at least when that's open. Let me minimize it and see if it still continues to. Jason Lalaline. We'll have to work on its pronunciation, but when it first said it, I was like, who the heck's Jason Lalaline? So we're still live. We're still alive. People can still hear me, so that's good. How's my
Jason, Lila Lee. Said. Let's see what it does with the URL http://www.youtube.com.
Not too bad. It read it all. And it read youtube.com.
Said. Hello test test.
Now, do you guys hear that too? Or is it... Are we getting a loop? Are you guys hearing what it's saying? Or is it just... Am I just hearing it? I think I have desktop audio set on. There's Brooklyn. Hi, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Menace said, fire smiling face with horns fire. Jason, Lila Lee said, yes, we can hear it repeated back. Jason, Lila Lee said,
How about if I mute the desktop audio? Does it play back to you guys now?
Goopyfoot said, yes, we hear it. Brooklyn Menace said, that's some machine you have there.
Did you hear it that time? With it muted? And I guess the question is do you guys like hearing it? So I know for when I set this up for Reels, it's helpful for me because I would like to be able to be like moving around and
Is real gaming
setting stuff up.
said,
Why is it not?
LOL the text to speak is doing Jason dirty fam SMH. Jason, Lila Lee said, can still hear that, just much lower.
It was
Brooklyn
probably
Menace
playing through my
said, what's up
mic
at Jason,
then.
Lila Lee. Jason, Lila Lee said, haha that is real gaming.
Can you hear music?
Fighting demons that don't understand. I'm building worlds in a wooden frame. Arcade dreams to drown the pain. Pixels shine where shadows creep. In my small garage, I find my peace. Blueprints scattered across the floor. Battles raging behind closed doors.
Alright. Well, let's see. I can jump over there. How is my LOL? It says my name
Is
right.
real gaming said, LOL it says my name right, and sounds so of a good brother flex biceps.
Flex biceps. Alright, so I think we're getting there. How's my video quality? Is it choppy? Or is it semi-smooth? It's telling me over on GIJoel channel that the quality is poor.
Through the heavy nights and darker days, the nights alone.
I gotta figure out how to disconnect so it's not multi-streaming. I'm gonna at least for the time being. It's weird because it will let me disconnect from GIJoel. Music volume is good compared to your mic volume. Okay.
Jason, Lila Lee
Audio.
said, the music volume is good compared to your mic volume. I'd still increase your main mic audio a little bit more.
Mic here. That's not adjusting anything. Let me see if I can maybe kill the stream. I think, at least try to.
The buzz of the saw drowns the noise
Over on my channel, because I think now that Israel is...
Jason, Lila Lee said, when testing, sometimes your voice can be louder. But if you're speaking softly, it gets much more difficult to hear.
Gotcha. Alright, let's see. What is... properties. Mic. Audio. Oh. Now we got the air compressor going. Why does it not give me any other options for the my local volume level is?
Jason, Lila Lee said, my local volume level is where I can normally hear a nice and loud. You're definitely quieter than the others were on a typical show.
That's because those guys are crazy. Use device. It's weird that it... I got it. It only has one slider right now, it looks like. I'll have to look into this, I guess, and figure out how to adjust the volume and mic stuff a little bit more. So I got it bumped all the way up from what I can tell. There's got to be some other kind of option in here to edit my sound. How about any better there? I don't know. The other thing I could try is this setup here. Where is that? Here. What if...
Jason, Lila Lee said, don't go anywhere as loud as Gamer Fridge. Never go full Gamer Fridge. LOL.
Definitely don't want to go full Gamer Fridge. Let's see. That's not the one. Where is
Brooklyn Menace said, OBS and split are always a challenge getting everything set up to work well. What I do is test it with the recording before I go live.
That's a pretty good idea. I may have to, that's smart thinking there. See? That's why they pay you the big bucks, Brooklyn. I hadn't even considered that. But that's a pretty good idea. I will...
Brooklyn Menace said, it's weird in Split you have to have your mic muted in the program to avoid echo, but you can still hear your mic.
What is going on? I thought I had a different little... Here it is, right here. Too much junk. What if we tried doing this? There's also, wonder what this button does. How about that? Does that fix our problems? Well, plus minus volume looking button on the side here. Alright. How about that? That bump and fix things a little bit better than it was before. Let's jump over here. Open this. the stream on, I think, my GIJoel channel.